Hey, happy New Year's Eve, everyone. Hey, Jeff here. I want to share just a few quick thoughts that have been kind of mulling around in my brain the last few days. I thought, hey, I'll just make a video. And so here it is. It's New Year's Eve, and just three things real quick. The first thing is, hey, I'm excited. We have a new Vineyard coffee cup. Yeah, kind of cool, huh? I like coffee. Most of you guys probably do. And so we've had 3 coffee cups in our illustrious 17 years as a church. And here's the first one, the green, I'm sorry, that's actually blue. Good luck finding a Drink the Love cup. You can find those on eBay for like $2,000. No, just kidding. Number 2 here is the K2SO is guarding the black and yellowish one we had there. And then here's our new cup. It's kind of orange. It's kind of neat. And hey, we have one for free for all the adults in the church. So I got a bunch. Just don't leave it around the church unless you like write your name on it, because it's going to get lost because they're going to be everywhere. So get yours on a Sunday morning, coming soon. Second thing I want to talk about is money. It's the end of the year, so if you want tax deductible offering, giving, tithe to happen for your taxes, then midnight tonight is the deadline. Actually, probably like 11:59 and 59 seconds. And you can do that via PayPal if you missed out or forgot or aren't at church on Sunday or whatever. Anyway, that's important to some people. So giving is important, but the whole tax thing is important also. So keep aware of that if you want your, because you'll get your letter in the next few weeks that says how much giving that you can deduct from your taxes. And so you'll want to do that if that's something you're looking over. Okay, the third thing, and actually this is the most exciting part of this video and really why I wanted to do it, is I was just thinking about going to the new year, and a lot of times people say, Jeff, I want, like, what books? Like, it's a new year and I want to read a book. And I have lots of books. There's like a 10th of my books. Actually, I just keep in my office my favorite books. And so I thought, hey, like, I'll give a quick, like, some of my favorites. So this isn't like all my favorites, but some of my favorites. Obviously, your Bible. Read your Bible every day. Read your Bible and pray, pray, pray. And aside from that, I read my Bible daily, and then I have other books that I'm always studying. I have been for 27 years being a follower of Jesus now. So I'm going to just give you 13. I tried to make it like 5, but I just love books. There's too many. So I'm going to give really quick, just a few seconds on each. 13 of my Pastor Jeff's favorite books. All right. And I'll just talk a little bit about Celebration of Discipline by Richard Foster. It's a fantastic, life-changing book that talks about the very basic practices of Christians for the last 2,000 years, and it has changed my life. Next, this is the Confessions of St. Augustine. Thick reading, and look at all this. Now we're talking long time ago. This book is super old. This copy's not too old, but the Confessions of St. Augustine is, or Augustine, depending on how you pronounce it, amazing book that just goes into the depths of spirituality, loving God, and that man was a nutcase that loved Jesus. All right, next is the Pilgrims' Progress. This is my very prized copy from the 1700s, and Pilgrim's Progress is a book that's changed my life. I've read it over and over and over and over. If you like story and allegory and adventure, fighting of dragons and demons and swords and arrows and pits of despair and all kinds of stuff, the book is just nuts. It's probably my favorite book aside from the Bible, The Pilgrim's Progress. All right, Tale of Three Kings. If you are suffering with other human beings, you need to read this book. You can read it in like an hour. It's like nothing, and it is absolutely one of my favorites. All right, the next one, I can't talk about favorite books without mentioning C.S. Lewis, and he has so many good ones. Just for something different from in this pile of books, this is the Space Trilogy. It's Out of the Silent Planet, Perelandra, and That Hideous Strength. These books are thick, okay, thick reading, but they are unbelievable. These books are crazy. These books are insane. You got to read these books. So get this trilogy. The depth of spiritual warfare relationship that he explores in these books is it's outstanding. All right, now this book, we're doing an equip study coming up next month, I believe, on this idea of the emotionally healthy something. This book, The Emotionally Healthy Church, which he has emotionally healthy, like everything. There's the emotionally healthy toilet paper at this point. But anyway, just get any of Peter Scazzero's books, Emotionally Healthy Something. This is a newer book. It is fantastic. I wept reading this book. It's ridiculous. emotionally healthy. It will make you think about yourself. It really has very little to do with church. It's all about your soul and how you were stewarding it. All right, if you are melancholy and depressed, get the life and get the life and diary of David Brainerd. This is about 250 years old. David Brainerd was a missionary in Connecticut and some of the New England states way back in like the 1780s, 90s. I don't remember, but he like left everything, went and lived in a tent for all these years, and like led all these Native Americans to Christ and started churches. Like, he was horribly depressed all the time, sick. He died at age 29 before he married his sweetheart. Like, it's a tragic, incredible, glowing story of someone's relationship with God, and this book is just amazing. All right, now if you just want something where you can get a little snippets here and there, this is A Monk's Alphabet by Jeremy Driscoll, and it's a monk who just wrote small little devotionals going through the alphabet. And this is one of those guys that he can find God in a dog running through the woods. He's amazing. And this little book was recommended to me. I heard a quote from it, and then I got it, and it was like eating the best chocolate cake with cold milk. The book's amazing, A Monk's Alphabet. All right, just a few more. Watchman Nee, The Release of the Spirit. I Want to Have Your Soul Wrecked. This one I read in college, and I still have it and refer to it now, 20-something years later. Another oldie, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. By the way, most of these people are dead. Your best friends you'll find in the graveyard. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, Life Together. This is the best book on Christian community I've ever read, and it will challenge you about what you think about church, what you think about loving others, what you think about what community really is. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. And then three others, The Way of the Heart by the late Henri Nouwen. He was a priest, and this is, if you want to read about silence, about contemplation, about growing in wisdom, this is a fantastic book. Mr. Tozer, A.W. Tozer, The Knowledge of the Holy. This is the best book I've ever read, aside from the Bible, again, on the character of God. You read this book, and his thesis is, we have no idea who God is. We have no idea who we're dealing with. He's a lion. He's magnificent. And this, again, is one of those books that's just little short chapters, a couple pages each, talks about the attributes of God. And then finally, Melody Green wrote this biography of her husband, Keith Green, the late Keith Green, who actually was a vineyard pastor. Did you know that? This book is a quick read. It's long, but it's quick, and it will rattle you. This man's relationship with God was just crazy. It's called No Compromise. Anyway, this video is a little longer than I thought, but hey, if you watched it, thanks for trucking with me here, and God bless you. Happy New Year. See you guys in church.